We are here with Mr. Gary Cascadian, the Director of Global Auto Parts. Thank you, Mr. Gary, for taking the time to do this interview, and we welcome you to the show.
It's my pleasure.
In a short span of time, Global Auto Parts has emerged as a major supplier of automotive spare parts, not only to the local and regional market, but also the international markets. What, in your opinion, is the secret of your success?
To say that we're successful already is a nice compliment, but we don't believe that we're anywhere near where we have the potential to be. What the Al Habtoor Group did prior to my arriving here in Dubai was they did 2 full years of market research to make sure that there was room in the market for such a brand. Then the brand was designed and quite an aggressive marketing campaign was put together to establish the brand in the market before we even began to look for customers for those products. High quality products is a key part of what we do. We make sure that on every occasion the quality of the product meets or exceeds the quality of the parts in the OEM parts programs. So our products will always be of the same quality as Toyotas or Nissans or Hondas and the others. And that gives us a real differentiator in the marketplace. So the success really boils down to the strap line that we use, which is quality, affordability and reliability. So ultimately we'd like to sell our product to be sold through all of the various channels. So we're a wholesaler in the marketplace. We have a single task to fulfill, and that is to bring in the right quality of product with the right width of range to allow us to fulfill all of the needs of our distributor customers. What we also need to do, though, is get our pricing strategy right so that we give our distributor customers enough of a margin opportunity so when they sell to their workshop and repairer customers, that by the time the product reaches the consumer, when the part is fitted to their vehicle, the consumer sees the complete benefit of the fact that we've brought this product in of the highest quality at an exceptionally low price. But the wholesaler and the distributor and the workshop can't take all of that benefit. The consumer also has to feel the benefit.
Africa has emerged as a major re-export market for Dubai. How do you see the African market growing in the coming years?
Well, when it comes to automotive parts, which is all I can really comment on, we see exponential growth really in all African countries as they develop. As the economy in those countries develops, what we see happening is that the wealth begins to spread. People want to become mobile. When they become mobile, they move from pedal power into motorcycles. And then the key step for us then is when they move into motor vehicles. They tend to move into an older motor vehicle, which is ideal for us as Global Auto Parts because those are right within our range strategy. Any vehicle that's between 3 and 11 years old, and we have the right parts for. And when you look at the African countries and their growing economies, what we see happening is there's more and more pent-up demand without any real cost-effective, reliable source of parts. And that's where we hope to step into with the African market.
So it would be correct that Global Auto Parts is looking for agents and distributors in key African cities?
We've already had a deal of success in countries like Uganda, Kenya, Nigeria. We've only recently taken on some inquiries from Mozambique. We've already appointed 2 distributors in Sudan. We've got somebody looking at Ethiopia, so the interest is there already. It's quite difficult, obviously, because we're fairly remote from those territories. But what Global Auto Parts try and offer then is the full support package that goes with our customers opening a distributorship in Kampala or Kigali or one of those cities. We send people in, we provide all of the marketing materials. So what we've found is a partnership approach works well. Our customers know those territories better than we do. They know the customer base, they know the products they need. What they don't necessarily know is our brand and our brand ethos. So we train them in that, we give them all of the marketing materials they need to push that into the market for their customers. And we're seeing that that's a bit of a winning combination then, so partnering up with local knowledge. My core strength is sourcing the right quality of product at the right price for the right volume, bringing it into Dubai here on a really short supply chain. So the product comes from the Far East directly into Dubai. I break that bulk from tens of thousands into thousands or hundreds, and the African customer, the distributor customer, gets the benefit then of my very low purchase price on a very short supply chain, and we allow them to grow the brand within that territory. We've appointed some distributors in some countries already, but we are actively recruiting new distributors in almost all of the African territories.
From an African perspective, what advantage does the African buyer have when he or she chooses to buy Global Auto Parts?
What Al Habtoor Group offer through Global Auto Parts is a full warranty program on all of the parts that we sell. Underpinning that is the quality guarantee that we give on all of our product range. We guarantee that all of the products that we sell meet or exceed the quality of the OEM part in design, manufacture, and the product's life. There's not many distributors, particularly in this part of the world, who offer that additional reassurance to our customer base. Once the product then arrives in Africa and it's resold on, our distributor network can pass on that warranty and guarantee to the workshop or repairer. He in turn then can pass that on to the consumer. So the African consumer gets a vehicle component fitted to their vehicle that is of the same quality as the OEM part and carries a full warranty. So if that component was to degrade or break through a manufacturing flaw over the given period of the warranty, that part can be returned to the repairer and he can return it back to us in Dubai, and we'll immediately give them either a refund or a replacement. Again, that's our differentiator in this market: quality, affordability, and reliability.
Obviously, Global Auto Parts has a very comprehensive range of products. Could you give us a brief rundown on the kind of products that are marketed under the Global Auto Parts brand?
Yeah, it's everything you would expect really from an aftermarket wholesaler. It's braking, so discs, rotors, and friction product. It's also steering and suspension products, so shock absorbers, track rod ends, that sort of piece of equipment. The biggest interest we've had from the African market so far is in our filtration range. We have a very, very high quality oil, air, cabin and fuel filter program that's exceptionally high lifespan, but at a very low price. We've had some customers coming to us and asking to buy container loads of single part numbers already. So beyond filtration then, we also operate within CV joints across through into belts and then into a myriad of other products. Something we've been asked to bring in then is some added value, or value add products. So there's quite a lot of chemical products in the marketplace, things like AC system, antibacterial sprays, antibacterial foams, AC system enhancers, motor flush, this type of thing. Again, we can buy that in bulk at a very high quality, at OE quality, to match the OEM's product. We bring that into Dubai, we break that bulk, and we can sell it into the African market, where our customer can make a very, very high margin reselling that product on into their local market and still be competitive. As I'm sure you'll see on the video today, we've got 25,000 square meters here inside the main Al Habtoor Group automotive hub in Dubai Industrial City. We're very close to the Jebel Ali port. We're very close to DWC Airport. So product coming in and product leaving us is done in a seamless manner. We have a state-of-the-art facility here with all of the facilities and equipment that you would expect from a group like Al Habtoor to have. What that does is it gives us a real efficiency economy that we can bring to bear on the finished cost to our distributor. We've not got assets sunk in this that's specifically to Global Auto Parts. We rely very heavily on the wider Al Habtoor Motors setup, and then beyond that into the Al Habtoor Group setup. Global Auto Parts as a brand benefits very heavily from being part of that Al Habtoor Group wider family. and we bring the efficiencies of that to the customer.
You have been a regular participant at the Automechanica Middle East, and I believe you are participating in the 2014 edition of Automechanica Middle East. How has been the response from the Automechanica Middle East exhibition for you?
It's really exciting for us, actually. We've done two Automechanica shows in the past. The first one 2 years ago was right in the middle of the research and brand build phase, so really just testing the market to see if there was a demand for such a brand. And then last year, really, we used it as a springboard to launch Global Auto Parts to the market. We started trading in March 2013. Automechanica was in the April of 2013, so it was nice to be able to get out there and show people what we'd done with the brand and with the product range and the quality of the product. We had a very prominent position in the show. We spent a lot of resource and money sponsoring various elements of the show to make sure that people could see that Global Auto Parts was a Dubai-based brand. It's Arabian owned, it's owned by the Al Habtoor family, and again we're very proud of that at the time and on an ongoing basis. And what it gave us really was it gave us over 300 leads to go away and talk to about becoming Global Auto Parts distributors. And they came from all over the world, as far away as Europe, some into the North America, but in the main from the Middle East and Africa. From that 300 or so leads, we appointed 16 distributors purely from leads from Automechanica. So was it a success for us? Absolutely. Now going forward into 2014, we see Automechanica really in Dubai as being our show. You know, Automechanica Dubai, from an automotive aftermarket parts perspective, is our home show. So again, we'll be very prominent at the show, and again, we're looking for more viable distributor leads than we got last year. 300 sounds like a lot, but only 16 actually made the grade for us. We're not looking for people with no automotive parts experience. We're looking for people who can take this brand and make it as successful as we know it can be.
You have launched an aggressive marketing and promotional campaign in African countries through the Business Guide Africa magazine. How has been the response for you?
We're exceptionally pleased with it so far. One of the reasons, or a few of the reasons we chose Business Guide Africa was that there's already an established readership for the magazine. It's got a track record. So to come in at this stage and again be prominent in the magazine and on the website and the other marketing tools that are used had a real attraction to us. I've been surprised at how quickly the take-up has been. It's only a few weeks already. And we're already seeing a large number, dozens and dozens and dozens of inquiries coming into us. Now again, those will need to be qualified. We'll have to engage with those people, in some cases go into the territory and meet with those people before we appoint them as distributors in those countries. But the pure pedigree really of the Business Guide Africa brand in itself, so to call it a magazine would be underselling it. All the other pieces that go with it are giving us added value. So that's why we engage with Business Guide Africa in the first
Thank you so much, Mr. Gary, for taking the time to do this interview, and we wish you best of luck for your future endeavor.